Welcome to the second night of mind sucker hunting. Sounds more fun than it actually is. I mean, it is fun, but also terrifying. I took the liberty of go ahead and putting together the second bait for this trap, and there's this monster right here that really wants a piece of us. We're going to sit very still for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and load this second one up. Load the trap with bait. And let's do it. There we go. Fire the mortar. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. And second one is down. Amazing. So let's go ahead and take this second mind sucker corpse. And the last fish that we've got to find only comes out at night, apparently. And that is this kind of catfish-looking figure. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there it is right there, conveniently enough. So let's go ahead and pick this guy up. Whoops. There we are. And that should do it. Oh, not only is it catfish looking, it is in fact a catfish. So here's some other things we're going to do. Since it is night and slightly terrifying, we're going to turn on the lights. And we're going to have Banish queued up and ready. Our little get out of jail free card, just in case anything too nasty occurs. Okay, so we're roughly in this direction. And then I want to say we turn... Yeah, okay. We just turn right here. We go around. Sanity meter is getting real high, but you know what? We're the sanest ones here. Alright, guess what, Mr. Airman? Creature corpse, there you go. There's the second one. One remains by my count. Let's finish this. And the baiting of the traps. Let's discuss the second one. Here's the catfish. And let's go kill us the final mindsucker. Let's figure out where that is. Alright, so we're going to be taking this U-turn. You know what, I guess what we could do is just go straight out, turn left near the entrance, and then, yeah, that might be the more efficient way to do it. So we are going to take a little bit of a gamble and maybe do it right now at night. Let's stay frosty. I guess we'll pause for a second just to pull whatever this is. An entwined mullet. Alright. A wonderful mutated variant. Great to see. And then I believe we go this direction. It's very creepy how the mushrooms kind of blend in with the monster. They've got like the same general pattern on them. We're going to keep it slow. Yeah, this is the correct area, so we're going to stay to the right. Oh, there he is right there. I did not see him sneak up on me. I think we're okay for the moment. Keep it slow. Uh-oh. What was that? Alright, where... we should be in the vicinity of the final trap. Yeah, slightly to the left. Oh, I think I see it there. I think that might be him there to our right. We keep an eye on it, just in case. Okay. Oh, we made it. Load the trap with bait. We will move away as it suggests. And bombs away. Let's go. Kill this guy. Nice. 3 mine suckers up, 3 mine suckers down. Let me grab that. And guys, that was the last mine sucker that we have to be aware of. Not to say that there aren't other things that we shouldn't be freaked out about. There will be, you know, stuff around. Alright, we keep going. I just want to make sure I don't get lost. Gotta go through here. Got my trigger finger ready for this banishment, just in case that becomes a factor. But it is just about sunrise. Good for us. And we made another night. That's like the 2nd consecutive night that we have stayed up and have not rested. I wonder if other than the fact that we don't want to get eaten by monsters at night, I wonder if, like, getting sleep is actually going to help us in other ways as well. Like, I don't know, with catching more fish or other things like that. Alright. You drop the large, bloodied carcass in front of the airman. His eyes fill with sadistic delight. He bends down and plunges his knife into the soft flesh. It falls away before the blade, revealing a glint of metal. With a sickening tear, he wrests it from where it was embedded in the flesh of the creature. He holds it aloft. You recognize it as a necklace glistening in gore. Well, fisherman, some fortune at last. This ought to fetch a decent price from the right collector. Here, why don't you take it? Don't mind if I do. He stands back from the course. A melancholic look comes over his face. And now, well, that's that, I suppose. Yeah, do you want me to give you, like, a lift anywhere, or...? Can't say for sure. I thought I'd be asking you for an escort away from this place, but this has become somewhat of a home to me. Doesn't feel right to leave my brothers here. I think I shall stay a while longer. In the meantime, I can make up some special bait for you. It ought to help with your fishing. Oh, okay. Sure. This was left over from the other bait we made. Can be used to attract all manner of nearby species. I wonder, is it, ability unlocked? Huh. Toss bait overboard to attract local species. The more you give me, the more bait I can make. Well, take this one, I guess. Okay. Day and night doesn't seem to matter. All sorts of fish show up. We'll have to try that out and just see what kind of fish. Are we just getting like a nice cross-section, you know, variety of fish from all over, or what? But that is that. Let's take a look. It doesn't say that the bait rots, so I guess it's pretty much good for however long we want to hang on to it, which is nice. I guess we can send some of it to storage for now. And with that, we have the shimmering necklace. Now, I did want to potentially stop by the lighthouse and just see, you know, because I do have a relic on board. I just want to see if the lighthouse keeper has anything to say about it before I give it away to the collector. I don't know. Like, I'm getting the vibe that obviously we're pursuing the main quest and we've been doing it well so far. But I'm like, are we doing the right thing? Like, should we be more suspicious of his motivations? Alright, that's not gonna open for me. Oh, there we go. I don't know, that's just kind of a thought I had. Let's just check this little inlet. Ooh. Is this a place, something that we can detonate? Oh, I don't have any explosives. Damn it. Okay. Oh, when I see the... like, something swimming in there. Okay, well, maybe we do want to pick up some explosives real quick. What do you think? And there are these rocks again that we're supposed to touch and something's supposed to happen. Place your hand on the stone and it does not respond. I do not get it. It feels pretty late in the game to not have whatever that ability is, but... Interesting. Why don't we just zip over here real quick and grab some explosives from our storage, and then we'll open up that that area and see what we can find in there. There we go. Packed explosives. We should probably grab some more explosives here in not too long, just because they've really come in handy. Man, now that we don't have to worry about these mine suckers, exploring is becoming much less stressful. Alright, there we are, over here. Didn't take very long. Use explosives. Now I do see that that shape in there. Let's get banishment ready just in case that's something real bad. Oh man, what is that? Alright, well let's look at this first. Whoops. Come on. Alright. Got this. Oh my gosh. Alright. Game face. Here we go. Alright, finally. An emerald ring. Hope that was worth it. And now we're facing whatever this is in the dark. So... a Goliath tigerfish. Whoa, look at this thing. Oh, you're kidding me. Do we not have a place to put this? Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Here's what we're going to do. There we go. I was like, if we have to leave this guy behind... Oh, hang on. Goliath tigerfish. Isn't that, one of the special, like, varieties that we were supposed to send to one of the, to who was it? Somebody was asking for it. Oh, we should probably read this as well. Somebody was asking for a Goliath tigerfish. Yeah, to the traveling merchant. Yeah. So maybe we should go tell her about that. And I guess we got a second one there that I didn't realize. Alright, so we'll head back and we'll report our great success to her. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. And the last one we have to find is an oarfish. Not an orifice, an oarfish. There's a big difference. Alright, where is she at? Yes, about those rare fish you wanted me to find. Found a gulper evil. Ooh, and we get 2 research parts as a reward. Awesome. A Goliath tigerfish. 2 research parts from that. Wow, she is loading us up. And then we're still looking for a coelacanthus and oarfish. Alright, well, we should probably use these research parts because as I've found out, they can easily be lost overboard. So let's do this. Twin jet drive is unlocked. 52. Very nice. So we could go for this ultimate engine. Or no, actually we would need this refined outboard engine first. Or we could go to this super rod, but we don't really need that anymore. So we may as well just knock out this other engine tree and have this one ready. An engine stack, 67 knots. Very, very nice. What are we currently rocking at the moment in terms of space? We've got 6 here. So we could accommodate... Could accommodate this twin jet drive. For sure. Right now we're at 62 knots. So that would be a good investment. But again, we're too poor to afford it at the moment. Oh, I guess we should probably sell off the fish that we have before it gets too rotten, huh? Wow, 233. Okay. So that actually, hang on, that's a little bit of a game changer. So 425. This jet drive, if we sold off this twin prop engine, yeah. Actually, why don't we do that right now? So we'll do that. We'll uninstall this peculiar engine. We'll stick it here. We'll take a couple hours for that. We'll buy this twin jet drive. We'll throw it here. And now we're at 77 knots. So we should be zooming. Very nice. Cool. I love it. So now, as I mentioned, we want to run back to where it all began. But instead of stopping by our erstwhile friend, the collector, let's go ahead and stop by the lighthouse keeper. There may be, you know, nothing at all that she wants to tell us, but on the off chance that there is something important, we should probably just double check. I don't know. Maybe she'll recognize it or something. Been finding relics. Okay, no, she doesn't have anything to say to us about that. Where are we in our journey here? Oh yeah, storage. We have a refined metal. We just need one more refined metal, and then we'll be all set. As long as we're here, we may as well pop across. Oh yeah, we're moving. Very decent pace. Yeah, we're gonna get around in no time. We'll stop by the trader and sell off our trinkets. And any trinkets we have here. Should probably put those back. There we go. Man, we're got a decent amount of money to work with. Okay, collector, we're going to give you the 3rd relic. And we're going to pick up a nice little power for us, presumably. You enter the house, carrying the ornate necklace. The collector recognizes it almost immediately. An excellent find. It demands pride of place in my collection. He sweeps aside some scraps on a dusty table, candle wax pooling in its corners. He places the necklace carefully in the clearing. And I suppose you'll be demanding recompense as well. Once more he opens the book, dust pouring from the pages as he reads aloud. You begin to feel weak, but you're rooted to the spot, knees on the verge of buckling. Atrophy. Instantly harvest an entire shoal of fish. Ooh. I like that. As he finishes speaking, you feel blood rushing back to your legs. A strange feeling of power grows in your chest. We're so close. One more remains. I loathe to suggest it, but the abyssal plane on the approach to Devil's Spine is a likely candidate. See what you can find. Okay. Whatever you say. Are you human? Are you demon? Are you... Yeah, what's going on with you, man? Your inquiry is met with a piercing gaze. Why, of course, as human as you are. Okay. What did the Okay, I guess let's learn more about these powers here. The power of manifest. Use of these words will induce a trance-like state. While in this state, time will pass in the blink of an eye. When it is over, you will find yourself here. As always, I caution against overusing this. Selectively and strategically utilize it when you need it most. Oh, so every time we use it, bad stuff could potentially happen, or... Huh. Okay, well that, I did not realize that maybe we shouldn't be just using these powers willy-nilly, but I don't know. Banish. The banishing words will provide you a temporary protection from most things. If spoken swiftly enough, they can be used defensively. Choose your moment carefully. The more they are spoken, the more they are understood. Okay, so, I've been using this manifest and this banish power pretty liberally, but maybe I need to pump the brakes on that based on what he's telling me. Atrophy. This phrase instantly culls the closest shoal of fish, readying them for swift reaping. It can be heard from a great distance. You need not be close to your victims. But the population is unlikely to recover from such vile trauma. Use it sparingly. I see. So if we use it on a shoal of fish, that means that they are not going to repopulate. How do you know where these relics are? I largely don't, but I read the seas. I see the swells that give shape to the formless. I hear the waves that whisper secrets to their witnesses. And I speak to the currents that hold a memory of all that they claim. Appropriately vague. Let's double check on our map. Let's see what points of interest there are. Yeah, Devil's Spine is over there. There are these two little islands we should probably check out as well. What do we have in the way of quests that are still open? The Rotting Conger Eel. Sure. Rare fish. We needed the oarfish and the coelacanth. And a snake mackerel. Maybe we can spend some time tying the knot. Not tying the knot. Putting a bow. That's the idiom I was looking for. On some of these other fish searches. So the conger eel and the snake mackerel. I wish that these were kind of organized alphabetically. Where would those be in here? Conger eel and snake mackerel. They haven't shown up yet. There's a gray eel. Yeah, I'm not seeing it showing up here. Obviously, we've only discovered 55 out of 128 possible varieties. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we probably have not come across either of these yet, right? Wow, there's so many that we haven't come across. A part of that is that we haven't done any oceanic fish yet, which is a little bit problematic. Which reminds me, that's probably what we want to spend our next load of cash on. So why don't we just do a quick little haul here so that we can get that oceanic one as quick as possible. Alright, the stock is low. We don't necessarily want to totally depopulate it. This is oceanic too, right? Yeah. Unfortunate for us. A couple of these rays, usually they fetch a decent price, right? Oh, flounder. Okay. And then one of these, I think they should fit in these smaller cargo areas. Here we go. Let's see where that brings us to as far as money goes. If we can get that in that next rod, that would be my desire. 121. All right, so we're at 500. Please tell me that that buys us the oceanic. Let's see, 675. So if I sell this, oh yeah, that's plenty. Abyssal, Hadal, and Oceanic. Yes, perfect. Okay, let me move this up here. Let's purchase this. Awesome. That will go right here. Sure, let's go ahead and install it. May as well. So now we can, yeah, we can catch every type of fish. Awesome. And then what do we have in the way of lights? Well, 315. Yeah, we can't quite afford that. Why don't we just go out and make a little bit more money so that we can install, so we can purchase and then install some of these lights. I wonder, are there oceanic species out here now that I can catch now that it's nighttime? Another arrow squid. Okay, I'll take a couple of those. What about this one here? Oh yeah, our first oceanic one. A black... Ooh, this is an interesting shape. A black tip reef shark. That could fit in there. Not sure that we can sustain another one. Well, let's see how much these go for. Cool. That's exciting. That we can... any fish that we can see, we can catch now. Whatever the heart desires. That's nice. 198. Awesome. So we should be able to grab those lights now. I believe. 315. This sells for... Yeah, that's perfect. So give us these tungsten floodlights. We'll throw them here. Nice. So now we have the best lights. Well, other than this incandescent array. We don't have enough light slots for that quite yet. But as far... Yeah, our ship is pretty well tricked out. So the next thing we want to do is save up for... this haul. So we need a refined metal plus $800, which is very pricey. So how much is that total? Like, I think... oh, well, she'll tell us exactly how much it is, right? No, it's the traveling merchant that sells it. Yeah. So it's going to be quite a bit of cash. Quite a bit of cash. So here's what I'm thinking. I should maybe do a little bit of off-camera farming. And just getting our money up as much as possible. Just because that's really the next step for us. And getting the final relic feels like a kind of an end game condition. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it feels like. So I would rather just sort of do that on my my own so that we can have the best upgrades possible as we go into whatever that end game condition is. So let me do that and I'll bring you back once we've got a little bit more cash in hand. Well, I wanted to bring you back a little early because, well, look at this little fella that I found. I heard him barking as I was on my expedition. And look at this little guy just all alone. What's going on? Oh, there's a skinny brown dog leaping around in the shallows. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some small silvery fish. Its technique is ineffective. Poor little guy. Yeah, of course. Oh, are we gonna get a pet now? You jump off the boat into thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing fish and focuses on you. Let's give it some food, maybe? You throw some scraps into the water near the dog. It pounces at the splash and swallows seawater. I guess approach slowly. You wade towards the shore. As you get nearer, the dog backs up a little ways. It sits. Oh, okay, so this is probably like a puzzle, right? You gotta get the correct order. Okay, so we slowly approach, and then maybe throw some fish. The dog eats them along with a mouthful of sand. Then do we pat it? You're too far away to pat the dog. Okay. Call for him. You make soft, encouraging noises, and the dog cautiously approaches. It stops just out of your reach. Hold out some fish in my hand. Sure. The dog approaches slowly, but soon begins licking at them. And then we get to pet them. You reach out and gently pat the dog. Its eyes follow your hand, and it seems to understand you're not a threat. Let's pat them again. You pat the dog again. It seems to be enjoying it. Let's keep this rolling, guys. More pats. You pat the dog again. Do we have to do this like 10 times? No. Okay. Well, if we try to leave, will it follow us, perhaps? You make your way back towards the boat. As you're wading out, you hear the sloshing of 4 legs cutting through the water. You stop and turn around. The dog is standing a few paces behind you. It tilts its head questioningly. Yes, of course. Of course I'm going to let it follow me. What are you, nuts? You continue, this time with the dog alongside. Its tail is wagging so hard it beats the water into a froth behind it. When you get to the boat, you turn around to pull the dog on board. Oh my gosh. A stray dog. It's curled up, asleep, opening an eye occasionally to watch you move around the boat. That is so cute. You lift the dog onto the deck. It walks around briefly before curling into a ball and looking up at you. Maybe you could find this dog a more permanent home. Can the permanent home not be with me? I'm saying, like, dogs are amazing. Hug your dog right now, if they're around. Try to find a more permanent. Well, so here's the thing. Gosh, I love having them on board. However, I do remember the researchers saying that she was like a little bit lonely. She's all there in the castle by herself. So, just with the context clues that we're being given, I feel like maybe she's the ultimate destination. I don't know. Should we head over there and just double check? Oh man, I don't want to give them away. But then again, it's probably for the best if we're going to be fighting huge eldritch sea monsters here, which we seem to be getting a lot of abilities to handle, then this may not be the best place for a dog, you know, just thinking for its well-being. Oh man. Alright, well, let's do at least one fishing session with him on board. To maximize our time with him. Okay, that should do it. Alright, Miss Researcher. What do you say? This dog needs a home. Do you want it? A dog? Oh gosh, let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. She crouches down to pet the dog, grinning. The dog licks her chin in response. I could definitely take this one off the hands. And I'd love the company. Are you sure? Oh, I want to keep him, but I mean, I feel like this is a good home for him. She'll be able to take care of him better than I can, probably. Alright. Yes, thank you. Oh, we're going to be such good friends. He can be my assistant. Suddenly, the dog stands upright and begins to retch. Its stomach heaving. Seconds later, it vomits a wet glob onto the floor. Something glistens through the mucus. Oh, that's interesting. I suppose that's yours if you want it. I mean, I'd rather have the dog, but you know what? All's well that ends well. I can clean the rest up. Don't worry about it. You know what? I wonder. I bet you that the dog could end up in a variety of places. I bet he could end up with the airman. I bet he could end up with the builder on that island. I bet he could end up like with the old whaler or the old hermit. I bet there's quite a few individuals that could end up with him. But I feel like you know, she seems nice and lonely, and I think that they could enjoy each other's company. That's nice. That's heartwarming. So, back to my regularly scheduled fishing session. Again, I want to get to 800 so that I can purchase that next upgrade. You know what? Are these lightning strikes causing causing the mutations in the fish? That's so interesting. I thought that was just like incidental weather patterns, but I think they are probably very meaningful. Huh. Okay. Well, in any case, let me go ahead and sell off this load and see how close we are to that 800 number. Because we are in the vicinity of it. Let's see. $800. There we go. So actually, you know what? Hold your horses. Floating dock. Tier 3 hull upgrade. Adds 9 new cargo spaces and can sustain 1 additional impact. Absolutely. There we go. Boy, this final hull upgrade is going to be pricey AF, but let's start, I guess, filling in these gaps and just clearing out our storage as much as we can. We're actually starting to run out of material a little bit. I never thought that that would be an issue with just how much we've gotten, but I guess it's a good problem to have, right? Because that means from here on out, any dredge that we find is actually going to be somewhat valuable to us, you know, in the long term. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, I'm glad to see that. Let's check out our new cargo space. We still can't support the upgraded lights, but that's why we've got to get the individual light upgrade, of course. Okay, so with that, let's take a look at our map again. Let me see. I feel like we've caught conger eels before, I want to say. Let's see here real quick. These are all the exotic one. Conger eel. I mean, maybe we haven't. I wish I just got, like, a hint as to where it might be, you know? Like, that's an eel right here, presumably. It's at nighttime under the Gale Cliffs. That would kind of make sense with who's requesting it. So let me do a little bit of investigation and just see if that's the case. I'm going to head over to the Gale Cliffs and take a look at night. I'm wondering if that might be the solution, so stand by to stand by. And here's something else of interest. Just on one of these random islands in between the Stellar Basin and the Gale Cliffs. You undock next to an old rowboat. Somebody is here. He's hunched over by the campfire, muttering to himself. You cautiously approach. Did you throw it back? Oh, it's the old mayor that went crazy. Look at him. Whoa, he looks like a skeleton. Sorry? The book. I don't know who you think I am. I'm not seeing things. It's really you, isn't it? Who do you think I am? He turns away, wringing his hands. He speaks to the fire. It was him. Him and his damned wife. They dredged up that old book. But something cloaked in the fog followed it out, right through the boat. Boom! The man makes crude explosion noises and motions wide with his hands, still talking to the fire, as though pantomiming a story to a child. It spoke. It said it was coming for our breath, that we wouldn't be needing it soon. And then darkness crashed down. An age later, some of us washed up on the shore, and him still clutching that book. Throw it back, we cried, as the fog rolled ashore. We thought, surely it could still be undone. You know what? I bet it's the book that the collector has, and it's probably the collector himself. I'm telling you, he's sus. Super sus. Which book? Silver and crimson. The book covered in her blood. I mean, he is making sense. Throw it back! The man closes his eyes tight as he holds back tears. His voice falls to a whisper. Please, the lighthouse keeper. She saw. She knows where it came from, where it needs to go. Tell me more about the book. Silver and crimson. Silver and crimson. He rocks back and forth, staring through the flames. Yeah, I know the book you're talking about. What do you know about the fog? It cloaks that calamitous thing. It's evil. Haven't you felt it? I sure have. I feel it all the time, man. What did the lighthouse keeper have to do with this? She saw it all. That ruinous day. Ask her. Beg her. Tell her I... He trails off, his face collapsing in sorrow. That you're sorry, probably. Yeah. Yikes. I feel like we actually want to rest here. A little creeped out. Alright, that's probably good enough. Yeah, let's head back to the lighthouse keeper. And... yeah, I know that he's up to no good, the Mr. Collector man. I'm telling you. But I don't know what we can do about it, you know? So let's speed over there somewhat quickly. I definitely don't want to go and collect another relic without consulting her, getting some sort of guidance. It seems like she's kind of the voice of reason, or like one of the only trustworthy members of the society around here. And I don't know, is it possible that she's some sort of like higher being who's here protecting us, like an angel or something? I don't know, maybe that's crazy, but let's see what she has to say. What do you know about the Silver and Crimson book? Ooh, this should be good. She shudders at the very mention of the book. You're really asking me. After all this time, you know it must be returned. She looks at you with deep pity. You have to move on. For her sake as well as yours. Take control. Be rid of that thing once and for all. What? She's talking to us like we're the collector. Like, are we a reincarnation of him? Or, like, is this purgatory? Like, are we living out our grief somehow? Let's read it again. You know must be returned. You have to move on for her sake as well as yours. Take control. Be rid of that thing once and for all. So we need to get the book somehow. Huh. Mayor doesn't have anything helpful for us to say. Alright, I think this is a good point to take a break. Man, that was a lot. We rescued a dog, gave it a new home, and then got creeped out right after by finding the old mayor. Oh, man. That's a lot to chew on, but let's... I guess there's nothing else to do, really, but to head into this final region. Like, unless we just spend more time finding the smaller fish quests, which, you know, is fine. It's all well and good, but I do want to make progress in the main quest as well. So, with that, that will be the plan for next time. Thanks for watching.